when it comes to the business, how important it is public presentation, how public presenter needs to look like and what he needs to deliver when he stands on the stage, regardless that's a interview, this is the training, education, or in your case, in Taiwan, you have over 3,000 people over 3 days listening to you. So tell us more. Public presenter, who can be, what he needs to do, how he needs to look like, and how he needs to behave on a stage.
There's 3 parts of the sales process. The first part of the sales process is prospecting, and this is where we look for our ideal client. The second part of the sales process is presenting, and this is where we show the features and the benefits of our products and services. And then the final part of selling is following up and closing and asking for the order. So as a public speaker, the middle part of your sales presentation is your presentation. So when you're up on stage, you're showing a larger group of people your products and services and their features and benefits. So instead of selling one-to-one, you're selling your ideas one to many. So with a big audience, 400 or 500 people in the room, you have to have very good emotional intelligence. So the first part of a great presentation is the speaker understanding their strengths and weaknesses. And all successful speakers were once upon a time bad speakers, but they worked on their weaknesses and turned them into strengths. So a very effective...
May I just interrupt you? How do you do turning weaknesses into strengths?
Well, first of all, you've got to have a level of self-awareness and acceptance that you do have a weakness. Most people don't think they have any flaws.
Interesting.
And we do. We have a lot of flaws. We will never be perfect. And 95% of all presentations can be improved. So the best way to understand where your areas of development are is to work with a coach.
Okay.
So when I started working with my coach, Bob Korf, my voice was really high and I spoke really fast and the sound came out of my nose and I sounded like a real Aussie. Hey guys, how you going? What's going on today? Yeah, welcome to the X-Wealth. And I spoke too fast. So after I started to learn from Bob Korf, I had to slow down my presentations. So we can speak at about 650 words a minute, but we can only process about 250 words per minute. So a great presenter speaks at a pace where he moves the audience through simultaneously. If you've got 500 people in an audience and only 100 people register your message and you move on, it leaves 400 people behind. And this is where you've got to have self-awareness and sensory acuity. You've got to be able to look across of the sea of faces and make sure that those 500 people are moving along at the same time. You've got to look at 500 faces and make sure they're nodding and leaning forward and understanding what you're saying. Because if you leave one person behind, they end up holding the rest of the group back.